It's finally happened. Carmelo Anthony is finally off the New York Knicks, man. I remember the first time we traded for Carmelo Anthony back in, I think, 2011. And I was just so happy. I was like, we got Carmelo Anthony. We got Chauncey Billups to pair with Amari Stoudemire. And that first game versus the Bucks was so intense. I mean, the team just felt completely different during that time. I remember all the games Carmelo Anthony played. All the playoffs games, the ones versus the Heat, the ones versus the Celtics, especially when we had J.R. Smith suspended, Raymond Felton running point guard, Jason Kidd, Jeremy Lin, Iman Shumpert running point guard. We had Tyson Chandler catching Carmelo Anthony lobs. It's been a long time coming, man. I mean, goddamn, it's been a whole bunch of time. Carmelo Anthony winning the scoring title, leading the Knicks to 54 wins without Amari Stoudemire for a lot of the season, man. Carmelo Anthony's big clutch shots versus the Chicago Bulls when Derrick Rose was still MVP Rose. I mean, this man Carmelo Anthony gave a lot to New York, man. He came here because he wanted to come here, man. And see, I knew this was coming. I knew this day was coming when Carmelo Anthony would leave the Knicks, because there was no way the situation was going to work out. The Knicks haven't attracted any talent here since Carmelo's came. We've never gotten any other All-Star. Sure, we've gotten Porzingis, but we haven't gotten any other All-Star on this team. And Carmelo Anthony's been here suffering, miserable. He's had that Phil Jackson fiasco. And after all these years, man, it's time to go. And last season, I was hyped. I mean, we had Derrick Rose. We had Courtney Lee, Joakim. I thought the Knicks could make some noise, man. You know, I bought my first NBA jersey. Got my Carmelo Anthony jersey here. New York Knicks. I thought the Knicks were going to make some noise, bro. But it didn't happen. As usual, the Knicks failed to meet expectations, man. And Carmelo Anthony's always getting thrown under the bus. But you know what? This move right here, now I'm not saying this is the greatest move. I mean, we got Enes Kanter, Doug McDermott, and a pick. I'm not even sure if it's a first round pick. I mean, what we got for Carmelo Anthony, I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I mean, Enes Kanter is surely, I assume, coming off the bench for Willy Hernangomez, because I'd rather see Porzingis and Hernangomez in the starting lineup. But Enes Kanter off the bench with maybe, I think, Michael Beasley. I mean, Knicks are going to be interesting this year, man. I mean, we do have Tim Hardaway Jr., Frank Ntilikina. I guess we play Michael Beasley at small forward or Courtney Lee at small forward. Then we got Porzingis and Hernangomez. I mean, it's an okay roster, but the East is very weak, man. I mean, the East has literally no All-Stars now. You basically got John Wall, DeMar DeRozan on the Raptors, Kyrie Irving on the Celtics, and then LeBron James and Isaiah Thomas and Kevin Love. That's it. And then you got Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's like 7 teams with All-Stars right there. Everybody else is like, it's out of the loop. And the East is really weak anyways, because it's like the only teams that can really compete is basically LeBron James on top. And then you got the Celtics, and then the Celtics, Raptors, and then the Bucks on another level below them. That's it. And then you got the Wizards too. But that's it, man. The Western Conference is so stacked. And I'm glad that Melo actually went to the Thunder, because if you didn't know, Seattle was always my second favorite list of teams for my favorite teams. That's why I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan. I'm also a Oklahoma City Thunder fan, especially when they used to be in Seattle. Those are my second tier of teams in case New York for somehow falls off in the playoffs. But New York is of course, my favorite city, my favorite teams. But Seattle is there, man. So Oklahoma City Thunder has my second favorite player, Russell Westbrook. You know, Carmelo's my favorite player, but now they got both of my favorite players on the same team, along with Paul George, Steven Adams. I mean, listen, I've been rocking this OKC hoodie. You know, we got the Knick gear and all that shit, but I've been rocking OKC too, man. So even though Carmelo Anthony's left the Knicks, I'm still happy for him, man. I'm happy he's left this toxic environment. I'm happy he has a chance to compete with the MVP. You've got the former MVP, you got the reigning MVP on Melo's team. Melo is now on the MVP's team. And it's not just Melo and Russ. It's him, Russ, and Paul George. I mean, this team, honestly, this team, you've got to put this team above the Rockets. You got to put them above the Rockets, can't you? I mean, the Rockets didn't get Melo. They've got Chris Paul and Harden, but listen, is that going to work out, bro? Is that going to work out? I mean, you've got Westbrook, you've got Melo, and now you've got George. Now you could put, now, Thunder versus Rockets, if that happens in the playoffs, now you can put Paul George on Harden, and now you could put Russell Westbrook on Chris Paul, and now it's like, on the other end, on the Rockets end, we already know James Harden can't play defense. So, either he's going to be guarding Paul George, or he's going to be guarding, someone's got to guard Melo. Someone's got to guard Melo or Paul George. It's going to be crazy in OKC, but I'm glad for OKC fans because they lost Kevin Durant, and now they've got Paul George and Carmelo, and that GM over there, I think it's Sam Presti. Phenomenal job, man. But for the Knicks, we only got to look up, man. Move away from the past and go on to the future, man. I'm really going to miss seeing Carmelo in the Knicks jersey, man. I mean, seeing Carmelo Anthony score the way he does, watching the highlights after the game on Free Dawkins or GD highlights on YouTube, it's going to be so different. But now the focal point for the Knicks is Porzingis, man. I think Porzingis, now that it's Porzingis' team, I honestly think if Porzingis can control his foul trouble, Porzingis can average 25 points per game this year. I really think he can. He can average 25 points per game this year. If he's the focal point, he can do that. He averaged like what, 19, 21 last year, and he was in a role behind Carmelo Anthony with foul trouble. Without the foul trouble, without Carmelo Anthony on the team, he is the focal point. And with Frank Ntilikina running point guard, and then we got Ramon Sessions and I think Jared Jack, they're gonna be teaching this guy how to play, especially coming off that Turkish league. He looked like a beast, bro. I mean, this guy's ready to play. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section, man. Carmelo Anthony finally gone from the New York Knicks. It's gonna be different, man. It's gonna be a different type of atmosphere, man. I don't know what's gonna happen to the Knicks. I can't wait. I got tickets for one of their games this season. I mean, listen. All we can do is see this man Porzingis and Ntilikina pan out. But anyways, I'm out for now. Peace.